Hello, welcome to week 3 of the 2023 A Brighter Me project brought to you by Illuma. I am here again. I am Allie Waddell, the CEO and co-founder of Illuma Ketamine Clinic here in Austin, Texas. We're just at the beginning of this 8-week journey into how to shine bright this year. Each week, I will share with you a Brighter Me building block. These are some of my favorite tools and exercises that I've used over the last 2 decades as a life coach. And each one of them will help you to understand yourself on a deeper level while building the toolbox so that you can shine your brightest this year and in the future. If you haven't yet, I strongly suggest go back and listen to week 1 and week 2. Make sure that you save these and subscribe to our channel so you'll get all of the updates. So this week's building block, week 3's building block, is going to be all about our inner bully, or that inner self-critic that really keeps us small and keeps us stuck. I found that without naming and taming this part of us and understanding it on a deep level, it will continue to get us off track and prevent us from personal growth and from living our brightest lives. So let's dive right in. So let's start off with the first section, or what I call the inner bully into your bestie. This really was an absolute game changer for myself when it came to my personal growth. I have a pretty severe inner critic who was really unkind for decades. And for most of my life, I thought that was me. I thought that was me telling me that I wasn't doing enough, or telling me that I was dropping the ball, or telling me terrible stuff about my body, or telling me how I was failing over and over again. And so no wonder I listened to it, in that I let that inner voice really guide how I was showing up and mostly prevent me from doing the things that I think my soul was calling me to do, because I didn't think I was ever going to be able to. A recent study showed that 97% of people say something, at least one negative thing about themselves every single day. So here you go. Maybe you're part of that 3% unicorns. That is amazing. I'm not sure how that works. But for most of us, most people really do struggle with that inner critic. And so I've broken it down into 2 simple steps. So step 1, the pause and the realization. What this is as soon or the next time that you hear that negative self-talk come, can you take a breath? Can you take a mini millisecond pause to really hear what that voice is saying, and then to really know deep down that that's not coming from you? That is not your soul, that is not God, that is not your highest self. That is fear and trauma that has created this inner critic to keep us safe at the time, but as we get older, typically to keep us small and to keep us stuck. And so the first thing that I just want you to do is try to pause every time it happens. And it might happen 40 times a day when you start this process. But just taking that brief moment to realize that not only is that not you, but typically what they're saying is not true. If you had a person or a friend that was as mean to you as most people's inner critics were to them, you would not be with them. You would not sit on the couch with them as somebody berated you for eating chips, or how your body looked, or what you said at the office today, or how you didn't show up fully as a parent. You wouldn't be friends with them. So remember, this is about changing this relationship with yourself and taking that inner bully and turning it into your bestie. And so the first step is just realizing it's there, and realizing that it's not your soul talking to you, that it's your trauma, and there's a way in which we can change that relationship with ourselves. So step 2. This to me was like the light bulb moment with Taming My Inner Bully. And that was naming her or him or whoever is up there, whoever's talking to you, name them. Because when you name them, you really do differentiate them from yourself. And what I found was super helpful is you can then talk to them. You can ask them what they need, that you can ask them what they're trying to, protect you from, or you can just tell them to shut up or pause or whatever you need to do. But for me, that was very helpful. Mine was named Kayla, in case anybody is curious. And so when I was really initially working on this, I would just be like, Kayla, that's not helpful right now. Like it was a person, because then it really did allow me to truly believe it wasn't myself. And it gave me that little bit of space to get it to quiet so that I could be in alignment with what I really wanted to do. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Get creative, figure out your name your bully. So step number 3 is who, what, when, where, why. This process will help you to really understand when this inner bully is triggered, and will help you to unpack and start to unravel where this voice might have come from and how to do the deeper healing that is really at the core root of this. So we're going to start with 4 simple questions. One is, when are they talking to you? So when are they talking to you? Where are they the loudest? Is that is it related to space or area of your life? What are they saying? And lastly, what do you think they're trying to share with you in their messed up way? So you're going to ask these questions to yourself. I find doing it for a minimum of 3 days and really writing down the three kind of biggest times that they're triggered is really helpful. So like really understand, when are the 3 times that your inner bully was the loudest? Where are the 3 places where your inner bully was the loudest? What are the 3 things that they're most commonly saying? And what are the 3 things you think they're really trying to protect you from, or trying to, what is the point they're trying to get across to you? And so really understanding and bringing some awareness into like, oh, maybe it's at work. Oh, when I go talk to my boss, this voice comes in and tells me I'm not enough, or that I'm gonna mess it up, or that they're gonna think I'm stupid, or, start to really unpack where this voice is the loudest, so that we can start to unravel and unwind that relationship with your inner bully. So hopefully those 3 steps, understanding it's not you, naming your bully, and then unpacking the who, what, when, and why around it, can really help you to change this relationship with yourself. So that wraps up week 3. I hope this is a helpful lesson. Remember, there is a worksheet with all of the explanation of this building block, as well as those questions and an area for you to write down your answers to those questions about your inner bully. The link will be in the description, so make sure you download that as well. And let us know if you have any questions. Make sure that you subscribe so that you won't miss a week of this 8-week process. And we'll see you next Friday. Thanks, guys.